you guys. Welcome to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast. Week number 15 in the NFL is here, and we are on to the New England Patriots. And this is going to be the game. This is the game of the year for this team, and we can't let those sons of bitches bust out the hats early here and win that division. So we got to get it done, Buffalo Bills fans. So we are here to break it all down. As always, welcome to the podcast. My name is Mike, joined by Mr. T. Reese and Mr. Sean O'Neill. And fellas, let's get right into it. How are we feeling about this matchup going up against the what is it, the 11-2 Pats?
The My thoughts, the sooner this game is over and the sooner the Bills can walk out of Foxborough with a win, and I don't have to listen to these insufferable Patriots fans anymore, the better. Because honestly, that's the point that I'm sick of. I am so tired of hearing them glaze the shit out of Drake Maye and how, oh, this is the second coming of the dynasty, and Drake Maye is more Josh Allen than Josh Allen is. And it's like, no, he's not. And I hate being on TikTok, on football TikTok right now.
Gonna take a
Well,
break, man.
let's enjoy this though. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. With the way it's been going for the last 5 seasons against New England, I needed to change of pace a little bit. You know what I mean? You get tired of seeing the sequels and the sequels. Sooner or later, you got to remaster it, right? So in this situation, fine. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. We're at your field, and I believe on our watch, you ain't winning this division. Josh has shown that he can go in there and light up that doggone defense in that doggone stadium. So I'm not worried. I think this is exactly how it's going to play out, and we're going to play a third on the playoffs, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I feel pretty good about this game, and you know, the game that we played against them, what was it, week 5 when we played them way back when? I mean, it was a comedy of things needed to go wrong. Drake May threw no touchdown passes in that game. They got insanely lucky, and we still had the ball on the what was it, the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 to win the game right there, to win the game. So, there's no doubt in my mind that this team can do it. Plus, this team is way healthier than it is now than it was then. And I wanted to get into the injury report first and foremost with you guys, and then we can kind of talk about where this roster is and kind of see how we're feeling. So Terrell Bernard was a limited participant in practice today with an elbow. Cole Bishop was a full participant in practice today. Joey Bosa was limited. Spencer Brown was limited. Kincaid was a full participant. Knox did not practice, but it's just a personal thing, so he should be fine. Palmer was a limited participant, and Christian Benford was a limited participant. So, I mean, that's pretty much everybody, except for obviously, a handful of the guys that we know are on IR. But yeah, I feel great about that injury report. What do you guys think?
Well, I think this is the closest we've been since the beginning of the season as being healthy. Even with everybody being limited, this is like the closest it's been. I don't know about Bosa. I don't know if he's going to play or not.
I think he does.
Because, I mean, the Bills are very cautious with hamstrings, and I get it. We're pretty much almost just about a lock for the playoffs. So the question is, McDermott, do you risk someone who's injury prone, who's only had, like a week's rest on that hamstring, to come back and not re-injure it, and it's not 100%? I don't know. You as a coach, you got to make that decision because you pretty much paid this guy to be your mercenary for the playoffs, not for the regular season.
That's true. Do you think that the importance of this game, though, given that they're playing Cleveland next week, and maybe I think a few more guys can probably sit against Cleveland, and hell, probably a few more guys can sit against the Jets in 3 weeks. Do you think that that weighs on any of it, on coaching decisions and roster decisions?
I think it does a lot for McDermott than we normally think. Because, like I said, I told you, I've always had issues with his personnel choices sometimes. And I just think that he bases his personnel choices based off of who we're going up against. if he feels like we're going to dominate some team. Think about it. Those losses we had, he sat guys.
Yeah.
Like guys who probably could have played, he sat. Just for the simple fact that he thought they were going to be better than them. And sometimes when you play that game, you get bit. And unfortunately, the times he played those games, they got bit every single one of those times. So I don't know if Bosa plays or not this week. We definitely know Bernard's not going to be playing. There's no way he's coming back from that dislocated elbow to play this week. He'd be completely ineffective. He's already ineffective as it is right now. It'd be even worse. Other than that, I mean, the one guy I hope that plays is Palmer. I need Palmer out there. We need a deep threat. We need that guy out there. And I just know New England's going to sit there and try and test us again. Then they keep cheating their corners up to try to support in the run game. And because they don't respect our receivers or anybody to go deep. I think they're pretty weak at the safety position. They're really young and inexperienced there. So I'd like to see us attack downfield, but we got to get the run game going.
So you said Bernard was a dislocated elbow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I could see him not playing. But honestly, when it comes to injuries, I'm going to find every single wooden surface for the next few days and knock on them, because with this being the healthiest they've looked all year, this is the perfect time to be getting healthy. You know what I mean? Like right as you're hitting these games that are must win. And I sure as hell would love to be at as close to full strength as we could for this game. Let us take advantage of the injuries the Patriots have. Take advantage of being able to get our best players out there, considering, like you said, Mike, they honestly, without a lot of things going their way in that first game, including all of a sudden the Bills becoming the most flagged team in football after 4 weeks of not having any penalties called on them. The Patriots probably shouldn't have won that game, and I would like to see the Bills course correct with this one.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. And I think that they will, right? Like, I don't know what it is about, and it's not just that the Patriots are the Patriots, but we've not, I just don't feel like enough people are talking about this. They've got 1.5 good wins
Yeah,
on this 10-game winning streak that they have. I mean, really, and they almost blew it to a couple of teams that, frankly, tomato cans, right? Like, yeah, and I get it. I get that the Bills lost to the Dolphins, and I get that the Bills lost to Atlanta. The Bills have those kinds of Billsy losses every year. And, it is what it is. And you know what? We were right there against them, and we were right there against Houston. And fine, those teams beat us. I mean, I think we, the penalties and, but I mean, honestly, the only team on this schedule that the Bills played that I really feel like beat us was Houston. I think that Houston game, we got our asses kicked. That defense in Houston is nasty, and I'm really afraid of them going into the postseason. I really am. I think that Houston is a very good football team on the defensive side of the ball, and I think they could probably win the entire AFC with that defense. I don't know about their offensive play, but the Patriots don't scare me at all, and I need to see it from Drake Maye. You winning 8 games against the bottom barrel teams of the league doesn't, the Raiders, the Browns,
it lost to the Raiders.
the Tennessee, yeah, sorry, they lost to the Raiders. I'm sorry, the Tennessee Titans. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. The Falcons who've fallen apart, Carolina. You know what I mean? Like I'm not impressed by any of that.
Well, let me say this. I take Houston at home in the middle of December or January any time. Their defense completely changes on snow. Speed doesn't work for you as much playing on ice, as you can see in last game. You know how poorly those defenses played last week because they couldn't get footing. It's tough to play defense in the snow. And the way this weather is going right now, any day, any time, I take Houston outdoors in Buffalo. Now we're going there. That's a whole different story.
Sure, that's why I said in their building.
Yeah, in their building, no bueno. I don't want no part of that.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, out of anybody else that's in this playoffs, there's nobody else out there that scares you. And think about it, it's Josh Allen and everybody else as far as quarterbacks.
That's right.
He's
And I
the
mean,
biggest thing. He's the biggest ticket.
and And it wasn't even that long ago. I mean, look at let's let's break down the AFC playoff picture, right? Patriots aside, because we're going to play them this week and we're going to find out a lot about them.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos. We beat the piss out of this team last year in the wild card round. Beat the piss out of them. They're hardly any different this year than the same quarterback, same offense. Defense is a little bit better, but we beat the piss out of that team. Yeah, do we really think that they're going to be able to do any better against us? I don't know. Jacksonville, who knows what you're going to get with Jacksonville? And half that roster is injured in Jacksonville. You never know what you're going to get out of Trevor Lawrence. You have no idea. That team is just as inconsistent as the Bills are. And then
Yep.
Pittsburgh, we beat the piss out of them 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And then the teams behind us, the Chargers, that's the most inconsistent team in football the last 10 years. You never know
Yeah.
what you're going to get out of the Chargers. And plus their left tackle is done for the season. Justin Herbert has a broken wrist. I mean, like I don't know. I mean, they're
That
playing the
last
Chiefs
game,
this week.
that last game, he was running for his life the whole game.
And
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was.
the Eagles do have a good defense, but I mean, the Eagles' offense is a mess. I mean, as shown by Jalen Hurts somehow finding a way to turn the ball over twice on one play. I mean, that's absolutely astounding. And then Houston, but Houston would be the 7 seed. And if they came here, you're to your point, Reese, I think, yeah, it's a completely different game in Buffalo. So I don't know. It takes me to one of the things I've been hearing a lot of people say, especially your boy Nick Wright. Like, this is the year for the Bills. I mean, Patrick, Joe, and Lamar are not going to be in the postseason this year. Lamar's the only one maybe who might make it. The other two are probably not going to make it. And I mean, this is it. You got to do it. If you're Buffalo, you got to do it this year. Of all of the years, this is the year you got to make the big dance.
If the Bills could just figure out a way to bring consistency to the table, like that is the biggest problem, is that week to week, you don't know which Bills team is going to show up. You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be the team that managed to get the 2 stops that T predicted against the Bengals? Or is it going to be the team that didn't show up against the Falcons or against the Dolphins in that second game? And I mean, I don't understand if it's coaching or what exactly it is that is causing these consistency issues.
Well, Reese, you used to be a former coach. Like watching take me back to that Miami game for a second. Do they really look in that Miami game like they were looking past that team and that they weren't prepared?
Yes and no. I mean, what, like two things could be true, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in one aspect, you got to think about, again, I told you how he did make decisions in terms of the teams they're playing against. They figured those to be testing games to see what they can do with this offense. And it's unfortunate they used it against those teams and you lose to those teams because you're testing. Because, like I said, things look different every, like, what, 3 weeks, the offense looks different
Yeah.
no matter who they're playing. Whether it's a bad team or a good, or whether it's a bad team or a good team, the offense always seems it's like evolving. It's going on these peaks and valleys, which tells me they're testing out different things. I mean, injuries obviously had something to do with that too, obviously, but it was almost like they were just like playing around out there, with the screen passes, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, they very well could be, very well. I don't know though. I mean, with the way they had all these injuries and stuff, I'm sure there's a lot that they did save in the playbook, and I think you've seen some of that last week. You could probably see the similar thing this week, with Drake Maye being so mobile, and he kind of got them last game. I could probably expect this defense to do what they did, kind of what they in KC.
Hmm.
You kind of when we played against KC, you kind of send a spy guy, so you actually only rush 3 guys, and you're just like kind of like a linebacker or a free running defensive lineman, kind of stand there and just mirror wherever the quarterback goes, which almost kind of keeps him in the pocket. So you're going to probably see some stuff like that. We got Max Harrison this week, this season. I don't know. We'll see how he does. I'd rather play him on the outside than Trey White this week, just because of I mean, right now Trey he just doesn't have it, man. He
He's
just
too
doesn't have
slow.
it anymore. Yeah, he just the 10-yard cushions and stuff. I mean, he's giving up the third. Like I said, every team knows to go against him on third down. If he's on the
Yep.
field on third down, go to that Trey White, and they get it every single time. So you got to make a change there. I don't want to, even if Bernard can plays, I don't know. Have him and Milano swap in and out. Keep Shaq at the Mike spot. This defense looks a heck of a lot better with him being out there calling the shots. I trust Poyer back there this game because don't forget the last time we had Mr. Taylor Rapp, who had no idea what he was doing out there. All of a sudden,
he had a bad game.
Yeah, all of a sudden he fell apart. And now since you got Poyer back, and much we all boo-hooed about it, but we got him back, and it's brought some stability back there right now. So I mean, there's no way you can't acknowledge that.
Yeah, and given that they're the one guy you were talking about before we got on here, their one real good run stopper in New England is down. I think that, along with having Spencer Brown back as well, I can really see James Cook having a big day.
Yeah.
It will be nice that Allen hopefully won't have to be running around for his life with having his offensive line completely back in front of him. Because that was one thing that we definitely was noticeable was Vandemark definitely needed more help than he was getting.
Well, I mean, you're going to probably see New England have to do the same thing, and their interior offensive line is destroyed. They lost both, I believe, it's both their guards, and they may not even have their right tackle. I think it is because he showed up on the injury list, so they may not even have him this week.
Hey, maybe your boy can get in and produce this week. I mean, talk about a perfect time to show up and show out.
Who are you talking about?
Your boy.
Who's my boy?
Mike.
I think his first name's Gregory.
Oh, jeez.
Your favorite player.
Listen, man, I cannot figure out what this guy is supposed to do on the field, man. I cannot figure out. I mean, like he does. He celebrated another run tackle this week. I'm like, dude, do you understand what your job is? I don't think he understands what his job is.
Yes, to stop the run.
I've never seen a defensive end celebrate only run tackles. He gives it zero pressure. He's being paid $20 million to be an edge run stopper. What are we doing?
Well, maybe he'll get that pressure this week.
No, maybe we need to trade him this week if we could.
Yeah, we know that can't happen, though.
It's such a waste of space. He's really not giving you anything.
Milton Williams is the guy's name, by the way. Milton Williams.
Nobody is going to want a talent of that caliber named like Gregory Rousseau.
Just watch him on the field, man. Just watch him. Just watch him on defense trying to rush the passer. It's nothing. All three of us can do what he does.
No, but well, and since we've last played them, they've lost a starting corner, they've lost a starting DE, and a starting offensive tackle, Will Campbell, as well. So I mean, like, yeah. So the Patriots are down a couple of spots there. I mean, that's huge. Having a starting offensive lineman on IR as well. That's big time.
Here's the only downfall. Our interior defensive line stinks too.
Yeah.
They've came around a little bit against the run the last couple of weeks, but there is no pressure on the quarterback. Without us blitzing or generating some sort of pressure, that front four, they're not even getting a breath on a quarterback.
No,
I couldn't even like the last time I seen that front four even beat the offensive line.
Yeah, no, it seems like most of the time when they're getting to the quarterback, it's on like safety and DB blitzes.
Yeah.
And that's why and that's what's going to hurt until, Ed comes back. Even though y'all saw his push-up videos?
No.
Yeah, what's the latest with Oliver?
Well, he put out a video of him we did 20 push-ups.
Oh, goody.
And everybody was going all crazy over it, right? And I'm like, hey, push-ups, you don't use your bicep for. your triceps do push-ups. So cut it out, everybody. It's good. He's not coming back unless we make it all the way into the playoffs. Let's
Was his
stop.
injury that bad?
Yeah, it's a torn bicep.
Yeah, I mean that's a couple of months, so at least.
Yeah, and even then, it still takes a little rehab to it because you got to strengthen the muscle back up.
Hmm.
Then he's got to get ramped up to get back in practice again. I mean,
I,
obviously, when he comes back, we'll have to rock a sleeve on or a brace on it. But
I don't think he's going to be back at all this year. I mean, they have to probably make the Super Bowl for him to play. I don't think he's going to be back for in the
well,
post.
T.J. Watt did it.
Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it.
I guess it depends on how much he wants to be back.
Well, they're paying him. He's the second highest paid player on the team.
I
So,
think I think once the playoffs
or third
starts,
highest, third
that
highest.
happened. What back in the beginning of October?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There is an absolute chance that he's there for the first playoff game.
That would be huge.
Now, I don't expect him to be the Ed he was before he got injured.
Right.
There's going to be some growing pains there, but I mean, it'd be nice to have another guy out there who can possibly make a splash pay if he has the ability to. So I'd rather I take an 80% Ed over any of the other interior defensive linemen we got right now.
I mean,
I agree with
considering how
that.
well he was playing before he got hurt, like, 100%, he's a missed presence out there. As long as he doesn't pull a Matt Milano and come back and just be non recognizable as a player.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I mean, I'm expecting Josh to show up and show out. These are the
Yeah.
games that he thrives on.
Mr. December.
And let's not forget, Josh is very petty.
Oh yeah.
You know, he smiles and all that stuff for the camera and pets little kids on the heads. Josh is very petty. I mean, every time he's been challenged by something, he's rose to the occasion.
Yeah.
Each and every time. Even remember Miami? Remember Miami when they couldn't believe that we were favored in that game and they were doing those stupid emojis? And what Josh smoked him and did his own emoji in the end zone. And people act like, some of these players act like they don't listen to anything that's being said. They're probably listening to us right now.
Yeah, they listen to everything.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
listen to everything.
They can tell the press all they want. Oh, no, we don't really pay attention. It's all about football. We're focused on the game, one game at a time. Bull. Them fools is right on Twitter just like everybody else. Right on Instagram, right on YouTube, watching everything they can find and find out everything that's being said about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
and if you've watched Josh Allen's like how he interacts with people and his like interviews and stuff, you could tell that he does have like a vindictive petty streak to him.
Mm-hmm. That's why we love him because Buffalo's petty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're very
in the entire world.
Yeah, I mean we're petty, but we also definitely have that like we don't feel like we're good enough kind of mentality, like we don't belong
What brings the
mentality.
penny on?
Yeah.
Imposter
So
syndrome.
yeah,
Yeah.
we really do have imposters. Thank you, Sean. We really do have imposter syndrome pretty hardcore here in Buffalo.
Yep. And that's why we get so petty about things.
Yeah. Yeah,
You can't. I mean, you can't say what. Listen, I wouldn't even argue with you if you said like, last year you would have said like somebody was better than Josh at quarterback. He didn't deserve it. I wouldn't argue with you. I keep it real. But some of these fans, you guys go so far and beyond what needs to be done, man.
Oh yeah.
Some of the stuff that's been said on the internet is just unreal. I just can't believe that we're saying this stuff. Petty.
I mean, and as up and down as Josh's season has been too, he's still second or third in MVP voting. I mean, I don't think he's going to win this year, but if they beat the Patriots this week, which we kind of all expect them to, he's locked in as number 2 in MVP voting. He probably won't win this year unless Matthew Stafford completely falls apart in these last 4 games. But I mean, given like as up and down as this season, like, because we've had several of these podcasts where we've like kind of been like, whole thing is completely fallen off the rails,
Yeah.
but like here we are as well, right? And like our quarterback is still an MVP favorite again for the third year in a row. I mean, yeah, he won last year, but the year before that, he was an MVP favorite, and I mean, frankly, he had better stats than the guy who won the MVP 2 years ago, so yeah.
Well, I mean, don't forget now too. I mean, if you had that, I mean, I don't know. Would you argue with me saying right now it's, in my opinion, Stafford, May, Josh?
Well, I think that's what it is right now. It's like Josh and May are real close. I mean, Stafford's the clear-cut favorite right now for the betting, but May and Josh are real close, real close.
Is there a fourth?
Miles Garrett.
Oh yeah, he's not going to get it. Not with a
No,
losing
they don't
record.
ever go. They never. It's a quarterback award.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, Aaron
Yeah,
Donald.
Miles Garrett is 4, and then I think Jordan Love is 5.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Drake May is a bum. I'm sorry. Bum.
I mean, look at all the other starting quarterbacks in the league, though. I mean, who else would you give it to? You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
That's weird.
I mean, the Cowboys are interesting. Dak is having a really good year.
Yeah, I thought
That
Uh,
his
team is
been
always
up
there.
there.
but I
And
mean,
then,
who else would you give it? Who else would you give it to? I wouldn't give it to anybody in the AFC North. I wouldn't give it to anybody in the AFC West. I mean, definitely not Bo Nix. I don't think
well,
anybody.
we're not saying win it, but who will be nominated in it?
Well, I mean, well, I'm just saying those are the top 5 guys right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't think of many other looking at this entire roster of teams. Atlanta, no. Tampa Bay, no. Baltimore, no. Cincy, no. Jets, no. Jaguars, no. Chargers, no. Chiefs, no. Arizona, no. Houston, no. Cleveland, other than Miles Garrett, no. Chicago, Caleb's not that good.
Yeah, but
Washington, the
they're winning
Giants,
right now
no.
because of them.
Yeah. Raiders, no. Eagles, no. Colts, no. Seattle. I can't put Sam Darnold there. I can't say Sam Darnold's the MVP of the league. Green Bay, obviously. I mean, Bo Nix is not the reason the Broncos are winning. You could put anybody in, and that's why Bo Nix won't win because you can't. You could put any quarterback behind that team in Denver. Sean and I talked about this the other day. Two through 53, Seattle and the Broncos are the best rosters in the NFL. It's that number one position there where those two teams are going to get let down. You know, Tennessee, no. San Francisco, no. Carolina, the Saints, no. Lions are having a down year. Obviously, we talked about the Rams, the Dolphins, the Steelers. No, I mean, Dak or Jordan Love. That's it.
Well, I think that what's going to happen is of those top three, the next one to lose falls out of the race automatically.
Yeah, I
Hopefully it's
completely
Drake May.
agree. I completely agree. If the Bills win out, and who do the Rams have left? So I'm assuming the Patriots are
Seattle.
going to drop too. The Rams play the Seahawks next week. That's huge. And they play the Lions this week. The Rams could drop 2 in a row. And then they'll kill Atlanta. And then they got the Cardinals. Yeah, so the Rams could go 2-2 to finish out the season.
Yeah, let's not forget. I mean, what didn't they lose to the Panthers this year?
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
So I
So
mean, that tells you everything.
yeah. So I mean, you never know. I mean, I still think it's Stafford's award to lose, but you never know.
As long as he doesn't have to travel on the East Coast.
Yeah, but I mean, if the
Yeah.
Bills if the Bills win out and Allen is great the next 4 weeks, and they find their way to the 2 seed or even the 1 seed, yeah, Josh should win the award.
Yeah, he just got to knock off May this week, and then that'll start that path right to that.
Absolutely. So
Stafford said he has probably will cough up another one or two, so that'll knock him out automatically.
I mean, I think they're going to lose this week to the Lions. I really do.
Mm.
I
See,
mean, the Lions.
the Lions are like the Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFC. You just don't know when
Really?
they're going to show up.
They
they're
need
kind of like
this.
the Bills.
Yeah, they need this game, the Lions, because they are on the outside looking in right now. So, any final thoughts before we look at some of the matchups? Just the key ones, really, that are going to impact the AFC.
My only message is Buffalo, be who you are. Don't turn the ball over. That's it. That first game, we turned the ball. We just kept giving them the ball back, and that was the only reason why we lost that game. And we were
Three
giving them short
turnovers.
yardage, or we were giving up to them when we had the opportunity to score. Just at the most inopportune times, we were giving up the ball. So I expect a whole different game this time around. I expect that defensive. I expect our offensive line to impose their will on New England's defensive line this week. I think you're gonna have angry Spencer Brown back now. You got Dion coming back from just it's only a couple games removed from concussion, so he should be more of 100% this week. And I expect our interior to eat. I expect the interior of the offense. I think this is going to be a James Cook game. He's going to make up for the last couple of weeks of his mishaps. Um,
Yep.
I expect him to. I'm be honest with you, because of how angry he's going to be running the ball. I expect 130 out of him this game.
I like it. I like it.
Protect
All
the
right.
rock and play disciplined.
Yeah,
No
I agree.
penalties. Like
I agree.
nothing like that first game.
So, a couple of the big games around the AFC, we've got the Ravens visiting the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals are technically eliminated, not fully, but I mean, if they lose this one, they're obviously done. But we've been saying for a while on this channel, Baltimore's a mess. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on with Joe Burrow. Did you hear the interview he had this week where
No,
he basically was like, I'm not enjoying playing football anymore, and I don't know if I want to do this anymore?
Yeah,
really.
I heard what he said. I just didn't hear what it was that he said.
He came out the other day, it was the Monday after this game this week. And I don't know if it was a shot at the Cleveland or the Cincinnati like team ownership, his defense, or like what, but I mean, he basically was like, if I don't really know if I'm enjoying playing football anymore, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do anymore after this. And I gotta tell you, if I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan, I am mortified.
Gotta be
Mortified.
honest with you, though, I don't feel sorry for him. You know why? You're the reason why you don't have a defense. You wanted
Hmm.
both of your wide receivers over having help on defense. It's his fault. Now he gives back a little bit of money so we can pay, the wide receivers. But I don't know what this is what happens when you allow a quarterback to make your decisions like that. Big decisions like that, that's a no-go. No team pays both their wide receivers that kind of money.
Well,
They've been
I think,
franchise tagging Higgins for the last, 3 seasons now?
yep.
Now, come on now. Burrow has to take some blame on this. He has to. And he also needs to take blame for the fact he can't stay on the field.
Well, that's
Yeah,
because he
I
has
mean,
no
I
offensive
feel I
line.
feel bad for him with that. The injury bug. I mean, that's just rough. That's
Right. But
rough.
it's nobody's fault. But it's him.
I mean,
I mean,
he
oh,
doesn't.
go ahead, go ahead.
He doesn't really have he doesn't always have the best offensive line is the problem. So he doesn't get a ton of protection.
Well, I mean, do you hear me out on this crazy idea? And I don't remember who I heard this because I was listening to a lot of sports television today while I was working. Somebody floated this idea. The Rams win the Super Bowl this year. Matthew Stafford retires. The Rams trade their two first round picks next year and their first the following year to Cincinnati for Joe Burrow.
It's a lot of first round picks.
It's Joe Burrow. It's the third best quarterback in the league.
No, I don't think it'd happen. It would make no sense for Cincinnati. You've already invested in your wide receivers now.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to be there,
No, he can say all he wants. He's under
I,
contract.
I also don't think that they're going to franchise tag Higgins again this year.
No, they
I mean,
can't afford it because they can't afford the defense.
Yeah. So I think Higgins is gone this year.
I'll take him.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I think he will be in Buffalo next year.
T is calling it now.
Yep.
TR2K with the early prediction of T Higgins coming to Buffalo.
So
Yeah,
how do you feel about but how do you feel about that game though, specifically? Cincinnati is 4-8. Baltimore is, I believe, 6-7.
let's be honest. Anytime you get within a division's rivals against each other, there's just going to be fireworks. There's going to be fights in this game. Baltimore is scrapping away. You know, they want to get into the playoffs. I expect them to play a little better considering who they're playing against. But Cincinnati just came off one of the worst losses of Burrow's career.
And Cincinnati did
Joe
rock Baltimore in their place 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't see Joe letting them lose 2 in a row. So I expect Cincinnati to pretty much handle Baltimore in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just that it's a division game, but the AFC North, it feels like those division games are even like rougher. And I mean, hell, you see Cleveland win some of these games, and we all know what a dumpster fire Cleveland is. So I think this one could honestly go either way just because of that. And I mean, we want, I guess, Baltimore to win, or not Baltimore.
No. We want Cincinnati to win.
I said we want Cincinnati to win this week because we need Baltimore to win next week, is what I was the point I was trying to make. So we want Baltimore to lose this week.
Yeah.
The nail in the coffin game. The Chargers visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. That this is it. I mean, if the Chiefs lose, mathematically they're done.
Well,
If the Chiefs drop one more game, that's it. They're done.
Nick Wright on life support right now.
Nick Wright is on life support right now.
Absolutely. I don't know what this guy's going to do this year when he can't talk about Kansas City during the playoffs.
He's been talking pretty well about the Bills.
Yeah,
he has no choice because he's going to have to root for them.
Yeah, he is. He really is. Because he hates the Patriots and the Broncos so much.
He has to root for the Bills. And the only reason he hates the Bills is because they're the nemesis of the Kansas City Chiefs. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything personal.
No, it isn't anything personal. I was listening to their show today, and they were actually going on about how pretty great Buffalo is, actually. I was actually kind of like really impressed. They were talking about how, like, it's kind of impossible to hate the Bills because, like, what happens, you go there and, like, one of your players gets injured there, and what happens? Instead of being dicks about it, they start a charity for your one player, and, the entire city sends them millions of dollars. So like Buffalo's the only team in the league that does shit like that. We're the only city in the league that does anything like that.
So much to Nick Wright's chagrin, I think that the Chargers take him out back in Old Yeller Room.
Oh my goodness.
Chiefs don't look right, man. The Chiefs don't look right.
And I mean, Herbert is a turnover machine, but I don't think that matters in this game. The Chiefs just look so off this year that I think that San Diego could probably handle them with their eyes closed.
Radically different defense too. I mean, they did they played the Eagles last week, and the only reason that game wasn't 1,000,000-0 with the Eagles 5 turnovers on offense was the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Eagles have a great defense, and Kansas City does not. I mean, they let Houston score 20 on them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Chargers are going to win outright.
Ooh, whoa! Again, it's a divisional game. I just don't. With Mahomes, that I won't put no. There's no way to type of offense that they run they won't be able to blow out Kansas City.
I didn't say blow out. I just said they win outright.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna come down to either overtime. I think it's gonna go to overtime.
Interesting.
I can probably see the score something like going to the fourth quarter, 27-24. Chargers are up, Here comes Mahomes, gets them in the field goal range. It's the story. It's the story that's always being told.
Tale as
Kelsey
old as
makes up for
time.
having the butterfingers last week, and he catches the catch to get them a first down, so they're close enough to kick the extra point or kick the field goal. They tie it up, but the Chargers win it in overtime.
I love it. I love it. Heartbreaker.
That's what I think is going to happen.
All right. The next big one, there are two real big games in the 4 o'clock window. Green Bay visiting the Broncos. That's gonna be a real good one. Real good game there. I mean, you got to root for the Packers, right? I mean, NFC team bringing down a top seed AFC team.
Yep.
I mean, all the way. And I think that I feel very confident the Packers are going to go in there and they're going to smoke them. I kind of foresee it being a low scoring game though, because both defenses are pretty good. But I think this is one of the best teams that the Broncos have played all year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that the Packers are gonna win. Not comfortably, but I think they're gonna win.
I still think that the Packers are frauds, and I don't trust the good Packers to show up, especially with how good Denver's defense is. I just I am concerned that we're going to get the Jordan Love that throws 6 interceptions because he's just slinging the ball all over there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I feel about this game because I mean, Green Bay's. I don't trust Jordan Love. I just don't. He's not. To me, he hasn't proven much of anything to me. He's been surviving on a good defense. I can't really say
A
there's a
lot of good
game.
weapons. They got a lot of good weapons on offense, though. They have a lot of good young receivers.
Is it the receivers or is it the offense? Because it's the Rams offense. Every team
Packers.
that runs the Rams offense has a good offense, no matter who the quarterback is. Think about
Yeah.
it. The whole tree.
Yeah.
The whole tree.
I guess we'll
Yeah,
see.
you're not wrong.
It's the most quarterback friendly type of offense that's ever been created. That's why it's so good.
I wish we had that.
Is that the West Coast offense?
It's a style of the West Coast. Hang on. You're in the middle of podcasting, what's up, babe? Yeah.
This guy over here.
All right.
We'll
TR2K.
TR2K. We'll move on. There's two more games I wanted to touch on before we end this show here today. We got the Lions visiting the Rams in the 4 o'clock window as well. That'll be a real good one. Surprisingly, the Rams are favored by 6 in this one. That seems like a lot.
With how inconsistent the Lions have been, I don't. I mean, I can kind of understand it, especially with the Rams being at home. I think that the I don't know what exactly is wrong with the Lions this year, but there's something fundamentally wrong with them too. It's probably the loss of their 2 coordinators. I think that
Oh, it
just
100%
impacted them.
is. 100%
It
is.
because they didn't really lose any players. Like other than that, because they pretty much have the same team they had last year, right?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you look at their offensive coordinator went to Chicago, and look at how great Chicago's doing. One guy completely turned that entire team around.
Yeah.
Well, again, I just don't. They're the Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFC. I'll say it over and over again. You just don't know what you're going to get out of that team from week to week. I mean, they're even more Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde than the Bills.
Yep.
I mean, there's weeks they look like they're the most dominant team in the league. Always their defense can pass rush anybody. Then you get 2 or 3 weeks where the defense can't stop a nosebleed, and Goff and all the receivers are dropping passes, or they got somebody injured on the offensive line or something like that. They're hard to judge. That's another team I'm probably going to stay away from in terms of betting on. just because of that fact. But I don't know. I mean, this week that you just think they're going to smoke somebody and they turtle up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last one is the Monday night game, which has relative implications for us, and that is the Dolphins visiting the Steelers. And I mean, we need Pittsburgh to win that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on like what we're going for here, right? If the Bills lose this game to the Patriots, then we definitely need the Steelers to win that one. But there's a world where you want Miami to keep winning games because if Miami wins the next three and they need that week 18 game against the Patriots to get in, because they can, there's a world where Miami wins out and they get the help that they need and they can get in. So, do you want Miami? Do you want to root for Miami to just keep winning and need that game against the Patriots at the end of the year?
It blows my mind that Miami has not lost a game since beating us. And like I know that after us they've played mostly garbage teams, but and I understand like last week was against the Jets, but they had 21 points last week in what, like 6 minutes? Something crazy like that at the in the first quarter.
I mean,
Like
yeah, honestly, they could win this week, but then they got Cincinnati, then they've got Tampa, and then they've got the Patriots. I mean, them winning
they
out is super unlikely, but it's not completely unlikely.
no, they have a tough stretch, but those are winnable games. I mean, especially if Joe Burrow doesn't want to be playing football anymore.
It's Miami. They always screw it up. They always do. I mean, they're on a little high right now, but you know exactly what's going to happen. All their
Tua's going to
fans
get a concussion.
be beating on their chest for that last game of the season. Say they do go on this run, that last game of the season. Wouldn't it be just poetic that last game they don't played well for all these games just for them to lose to the Patriots? Do you understand how the franchise will crumble?
Oh, I mean, it would be hysterical. It would be absolutely hysterical.
There will be
It would.
riots of the few fans that they do have in Miami to set things on fire.
It would be a very Dolphins thing for them to do.
That's my point. And I think that if anything, that's the story that'll probably be written. I think you're right, Mike. I think they're going a little bit of a run here. But I just think in the end, the poetic thing that happened for them is to lose to New England. Like, okay, calm down, guys. You just just
I mean,
relax.
dude, all I'm saying is if the Chargers find a way to go 1-3 in these next four games and Miami wins out, Miami is in.
Mm,
That's it. That's all they need. They need the Chargers to just go 1-3,
mm.
and
Yeah,
they need to win out, and they are in.
and then Miami's in and has to travel to some team for the first weekend, and then they'll lose the first week.
They can't play in the
They would
winter
come. They would probably come here. They would probably because Buffalo would probably be the 2 seed.
and just get smoked in the snow again.
Yeah, because they wish it was colder.
They just couldn't. They Miami just the problem with Miami will always be their climate. It works against them. It works against them. Half of the league is all up north.
Yep.
So you know you got to be able to play in cold, and those guys just can't do it. Their bodies they're terrible in the snow.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's fun though. It's fun. It's fun to wish anything we can do to. I mean, then again, though, they might just want to play spoiler because everybody hates the Patriots.
Well, I
So
certainly hope so. I mean, they do have a history of giving New England fits.
hell, dude, watch the Jets beat them in 2 weeks. Wouldn't that be the greatest thing ever if the Jets beat the Patriots in a couple of weeks? I would die. I would absolutely
They
die.
lost to the Jets and Miami the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my God. And they went like all the way down to like the 7 seed.
I would love it. Love it.
Just give it to me right now. Have the Patriots lose out and go down to the 7 seed. That would
Like,
be hysterical.
like, hopefully, hopefully the Bills beat them so bad that they just lose their minds and they just can and it just
Go do a
destroy the rest of the
tailspin.
season.
Go do a
They just
tailspin.
fall
I
apart
love
after
it. I love it. Give it to me right now. All right, well, we've gone completely off the rails. So that is our show, guys. Thank you guys so much, as always, for joining us for the podcast. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. We read and respond to all of them, and we appreciate all the support. And with that, go Bills, and have yourselves a fantastic evening, and take
Go
care.
Bills.